Okay. Orbital cavity has roof or superior wall, floor or inferior wall, here medial wall, and here lateral wall. The floor is made by frontal bone and at the posterior lesser wing of the sphenoid bone. Okay, lesser wing of the sphenoid bone. Between lesser wing of sphenoid bone made the posterior part of the roof of orbital cavity. Between lesser wing and greater wing, there is a fissure, a small fissure, which is named superior orbital fissure. Inferior part is made by maxilla, here, zygoma, and at the posterior part, the orbital plate of orbital process of the palatine bone. Orbital process of palatine bone. Medially is made by frontal process of the maxilla, here, lacrimal bone, and orbital plate of ethmoidal bone. See here, here is the lacrimal bone. Lacrimal bone has a small crest which is named posterior lacrimal crest. See this crest in this area. This crest is named anterior lacrimal crest. Anterior lacrimal crest is a crest for frontal. Posterior lacrimal crest is a crest for lacrimal bone. Okay, here anterior lacrimal crest for the frontal process of maxilla, and posterior lacrimal crest is located in the lacrimal bone, and this fossa which is located between anterior and posterior lacrimal crest is named lacrimal fossa, which is the site for lacrimal sac. Yes? Nasal cavity. Each nasal cavity has the median septal and the lateral wall, the floor, and the roof. The roof is made by nasal bone and at the posterior part by the frontal bone. In the lateral part, you can see the concha. See here, inferior concha, superior concha, and in the highest part, supreme concha. Inferior concha is a single bone which is named inferior concha bone. But superior and middle are from the ethmoidal bone. Yes? In the floor is made by hard palate. Hard palate made the floor for nasal cavity and the roof for oral cavity. Another cavity in this area, it is temporal fossa. Temporal fossa superior to the zygomatic arc and inferior to the zygomatic arc. Here, this fossa is named infratemporal fossa. Also, another fossa is
pterygopalatine.
See here, it is infratemporal fossa. Deep to the infratemporal fossa, a small fossa is named pterygopalatine fossa. Pterygopalatine fossa attached to temporal fossa by this V-shaped fissure. Pterygomaxillary fissure. Because we say it pterygomaxillary because it is located between maxilla and radial process. The maxilla at the posterior surface and superior to the last molar teeth has a process. Maxillary process. Maxillary process is seen from the posterior view of the maxilla. Here, infratemporal fissure anteriorly connect to orbital cavity by this fissure, inferior orbital fissure. See here. Here is inferior orbital fissure which connects infraorbital fossa to orbital cavity. Anything else? No?